Hello and welcome to another video in my loot deck series. Today we're going to be diving into Razorfen Down. So 2 videos ago I went to Razorfen Crawl, had a terrific run, didn't pick up anything I needed from Razorfen Crawl in terms of items on the loot deck, but I think in terms of loot picked up according to Loot Appraise it was over 300,000 worth of market value. So in today's video, we're going to go to the sister dungeon of Razorfen Crawl, which is Razorfen Downs. Now you can see on the loot deck there's 2 items I still need from Razorfen Downs, the Boneslasher and the Manslayer. Again, 2 items that have eluded me up until now, but items I need to pick up to complete this chart. So let me show you exactly where Razorfen Downs is and how to get there. So Razorfen Downs is in Kalimdor, pretty much in the centre, kind of just below Thunderbluff. The easiest way to get in there, I find, this is obviously 1,000 Needles. The easiest way of getting there is if you're a Horde, go to Orgrim or Thunderbluff and then just come down to the bottom of Southern Barrens, where Southern Barrens meet 1,000 Needles, and go there. If you're Alliance, like this character is, the easiest way I find is to go to Stormwind, take the portal to the Caverns of Time, which is just down here, and then fly across. Basically like 11, 10 o'clock, and then you get there. So let me show you how to find the entrance, because it can be a little bit tricky. So this is where I'm on the map at the moment. So I'm actually in 1,000 Needles. So this is the easiest way I think to find the actual dungeon entrance. You can kind of see this sort of walkway system I've got in the middle here, and you can see where I am at the moment, just on this sort of little plateau area here. And if I show you what that looks like in game, this is where I am. So that's all the walkway system. Just down here, below me to my left, I've got like a cave down here. You can see that on the map. It's just this one over here. And if I look this way, that's what you've got. And then you've got all these sort of brambles, which is part of the Razorfen itself. So if you come down onto this path here, again, just showing you what it looks like, and then come through here, you've got like a little path here, which is flanked by these flaming torches. And if you come through, you've then got this mouth. I'm guessing this is supposed to be some form of dragon or something. And if you go into the mouth, you can kind of just whiz straight through there. It comes up that you're in Razorfen Downs. And if you just follow the path all the way through, that takes you to the dungeon portal itself. So again, if I show you on the map where I am at the moment, go back into Southern Barrens, which is where the dungeon actually is. That's kind of where it looks like it, but it can be quite tricky. But the trick I just show you is the easiest way I find of getting in and out of the dungeon. You can, through experience, once you know where it is, sort of come down and sort of dive down through the brambles, but that's the easiest way. So let's go into the dungeon itself and have a look as I reset the data. So Razorfen Downs itself, like a number of these dungeons in this series, has got a good chunk of zone-specific drops. This is no different. There's 11 in total, and as you can see on the left-hand side, because I've selected to show everything, I have got 9 of those. Just 2 elude me up till now. Now, unlike the Aldermans, and probably like the Scarlet Monastery, which was the last video I did in this series, these ones don't have as much value as some of the other dungeons. So let's have a look. Forecast Boots, Company of my auction house for 1,000. Stormgale Fists, 25,000. Region market value of 78. Quill Ward Harness, 50,000. Quill Shooter. Again, you can see the price is a little bit more modest. The 2 I need though are Manslayer, one of my auction house for 128,000 with a region market value of 92,000. And the Boneslasher, 3 on my auction house for 36,000 with a region market value average of 134. So they're the ones I need. Let's go back into TSM and switch that off. Wrong button. Let's go into settings, untick show collected things, and that's it. So this is a dungeon itself. Now, again, very similar to Scarlet Monastery in the last video. This dungeon is a little bit of a loop. So in terms of class, it doesn't really make a great deal of difference what class you kind of do this on. Do I have any Bear Tartar on this character? I don't. Okay, so let's restart the Loot Appraiser and I'll show you how to proceed. So as soon as you enter through the dungeon portal, go straight ahead. Don't go down in this area over here. just carry on straight ahead where you get your first mob. So we'll kill him. Then we'll come around here, hook a left, and then we're going to see a number of spiders as we run through this. So first pack of spiders. Some more spiders there. Now you do get these spiders hanging from the ceiling, so shoot them down as well, or hit them down as well. Loot them. There's another one hanging from the ceiling just there, as well as some more spiders on the ground just here. So I'm using a hunter so I can just multi-shot all these guys down. There's another one up here. So go and get him, loot him. Now you do get a number of treasure chests in this dungeon. I think some of them can be locked. In fact, some of them definitely can be locked. And this character doesn't have any ability to unlock any of them. So if you're running with a rogue or someone who's got inscription, for instance, or dual crafting, you can make keys or blacksmithing, that's great. But on this character, I'm not too bothered. Decline that guild invite. Okay, so a number of spiders in this area here, including one hanging from the top. Okay, so when you enter this room here, which is called the Caller's Chamber, you're going to come up against your first sort of boss of the dungeon. What you need to do, just run round to the left, and you've got this big gong over here. Click the gong. You've got all these spiders coming. Just run into the centre. Shoot down the boss. Shoot down the pack on the right. Shoot down the pack on the left. Loot the one in the middle. And that's everything. As simple as that. You then run through the back of that chamber, and then you hook a left again. And then when you come around here, there's a couple of stealthed mobs who pop up, these bone flayer ghouls, so shoot them down. Come up this ramp up here into the murder pens. What I then do is I go and kill these three on the right hand side, go and meet them. And you've got three over on the left hand side, so I go and kill them. Okay, so that's the first item, which is pretty decent, as is we're still on the run through. So that's the Fortcast boots. It's worth 12,000, and that's one of the ones which is worth just under 1,000 on my server. So it is a zone specific drop. It does share its appearances with a few other green items, which probably means that its value is not going to be as great as some of the others, but it's a good start to the dungeon. Okay, so then we got some more sort of ghouls over here. Go and kill those guys. Got another one over here. Again, you do get some, you do get like the odd one or two kind of hiding in this area. I don't tend to go and kill all of those, just because it just makes it run a little bit more slower. And shoot those guys. And then in this area here, you do have potential to get 2 treasure chests, both of which are up at the moment. Sometimes there'll be 2, sometimes there'll be 1, sometimes there won't be any. So it just depends how much luck you've got in. So the first one, picked up some green sorcerer gloves, worth 500 gold, and the second one, I picked up some Jouster Greaves, which apparently got an EU market value average of 24,000. They are currently going for just under 8,000 on my server. Again, I've already got the appearance of them, and I've sold these in the past just over 3 months ago for 500. So probably is something I'll keep and throw in the auction house again. So once you've killed all these guys, collected those 2 treasure chests, which was in that little alcove over there, we're now going to head into the bone pile. Again, if you've got a character like this one, you can kind of run, quickly or something like that. You can use a speed boost. Good to go over this. Now, what you're looking for in this area is this guy. I think he's playing the guitar or whatever he's doing up there, dancing on top of this bone pile. Ignore all of these skeletons. Shoot him. They'll all start coming for you anyway, so you can start mowing them down. That's it. Then you can loot them. Now, I don't think the skeletons drop anything, so I won't be too bothered about... You have to kill them, otherwise they'll just run around after you. But you just really just looking to kill the boss just to get the 2 pieces of loot from him. At this stage, we're going to jump down here, and then we're going to make our way into the Spiral of Thorns. And the way you do that is you kind of see where this spike is here, jump down, don't matter if you just fall down, and then we're going to hook a left there, and then we're going to see all these... plague gunks as we run around this. Again, shoot all these down. Once you got past the plague gunks, and though there's a few more, they're going to be intermingled again with these bubonic geists. So we'll just kill all these. You then have another sort of dungeon boss, which is this guy here, Mush Lump. You shoot him down as well. Collect the loot from him. We'll carry on running up this path. You've got a couple more guys up on the side here. And you've got some more of these plague gunks, which I'll leave at the moment. Okay, so once you've gone through that, finish at this path, and we end up in this area here. This is where Mush Lump was, and obviously we saw him wandering around. We're now going to hook a left. As we get over to this area here, she'll turn into a dragon and come and help us. Not that we particularly need any help as we carry on through the dungeon. Now we get a load of these sort of mobs here. He'll be running around. Again, just shoot all these down. Just loot the bodies. And you get these little huts. Now these little huts can contain treasure chests. So have a little look through as you run through. A couple of green items from those mobs there. This one definitely potentially has a treasure chest in. In fact, there it is. That guy hasn't got any loot, so let's see what's inside the treasure chest. Okay, Savage Axe, which is worth 150 gold. We're going to carry on anti-clockwise, going gradually up this slope, up through the spiral of thorns, as we make our way up towards the end of the dungeon. Okay, we've got another saltstone shield there. I think I picked one up right at the start. Okay, picked up some Khan gloves. So you can see already there's lots of little green items that you can pick up in this dungeon. Varying values.
Let the power of the red dragonflight mend your wounds.
Okay, we carry on up here. Now this guy, I think, yeah, he spawns, as soon as he dies, he spawns these two undeads. So again, go and loot all them. Another green item. Got another pack up here. Kill those guys. Again, just having a quick look for any treasure chests. And then this is the final pack, which is going to concern me on these runs. Going to loot these guys. Now, if I was going to finish a dungeon, I would go and kill him, and then he turns into someone else, go and finish it, and then kill them, and then that's the dungeon done. I don't need to do that because I've got all the loot from all the bosses. So at this stage, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look on the map, and I'm going to look to just drop down like over here. So as that looks like this, it's just a case of just dropping down like this. You will lose a little bit of health, but it doesn't really make a great deal of difference. Then you're going to stay on the left-hand side, and we're going to take this sort of rear tunnel all the way back through and then out of the instance itself. So again, if you've got a character like a druid or like this hunter, it's got the ability just to have a bit of speed boost, or a rogue, crack on, because obviously you're just trying to get out. And that's it. So that's the first run done. Now obviously I've done this incredibly slowly. It took about 8 minutes 30. Obviously pausing and talking about various bits and pieces. It doesn't need to take that long. This probably is one of these sort of dungeons which, unless you want to really fast through it, you're going to look to try and do your 10 runs in 60 minutes. Okay, so my WoW has just crashed, which meant my loot appraiser has reset itself, which isn't a problem, just as I was leaving that last instance. So unfortunately I've lost the data for the first run. I've still got the gear, clearly. I've got rid of all the stuff I'm not going to keep. So I'm going to run the 9 runs now. What I need to do though is when I get to the end of the dungeon, on that first run there was 43,000 worth of looted item value. So after the 9 runs, I just need to add 43,000 onto it to give me a total for completeness of how much this has been worth for 10 runs. So it's unfortunate that WoW just crashed, but it is what it is. So I'm going to go and do the 9 runs now. Again, if there's any highlights, I'll show you in this video. If not, go away back to the bag clear out and we'll see what we get. Okay, so that's a decent pickup. So this is on the very first run of the 9 runs I'm going to do after the introduction run. This is the Deadwood Sledge, which I don't think I've ever heard of before. So let's have a look at this. It's not a zone specific drop. It is just a vanilla random blue, which can drop anywhere. It's got a region market value average of just over 19,000. Currently on my server for about 2,500. I've collected the appearances of it already. Let's have a look at this. Okay, that's not a particularly massive hammer, is it? Something you like put tent pegs in, but yeah, it's pretty cool. Never heard of it before, but it's something that I'll look to put on the auction house, maybe get some gold for that. So yeah, that's the first decent item so far this run. Okay, so that's second decent item I picked up. Again, I don't think it's a zone specific one, Stolven's Reaper, and this is both of them I picked up so far bizarrely come from treasure chests, which you normally don't get a great deal from. So the Stolven's Reaper, again, is a vanilla blue item, not zone specific to RFD whatsoever. It is a one-handed axe, region market value of just under 9,000, company over 6,000 of mine. The most exciting thing about this is I haven't collected the appearance of this, so let's have a quick look at this itself. It is a unique appearance. Again, it's on the it's a very small little weapon here, but it's very similar to that hammer I've just picked up. But yeah, it's not a bad little axe actually. Unique appearance. That is something I'm definitely going to be keeping and learning the appearance of myself. In fact, I can literally just do it on this character now. And there we go. So that's done. That's that appearance learned. Don't need to worry about it anymore. Bit of Brucey bonus. Didn't even know that one existed. So let's carry on. This is still the same run, the very first run since I lost the introduction run. So let's see if we pick up anything else. Okay, so another blue drop. This is off run number 6, if you include the introduction run. Okay, so this is a Briar Treaders. Again, a very common theme so far this instance. It's not one I'm aware of. I'm pretty sure it's not a zone specific. No, it is a zone specific one. I must have picked this up ages ago. Okay, so this is the first zone specific blue I've picked up from this dungeon. It's got a region market value average of 23,000. It is worth just over 28,000 on my realm. Is it going to retrieve the data? Okay, so this is a leather pair of boots which shares an appearance with the Dacoby boots, which is a lot more common. So I don't know how that's really going to affect the sale of this. Probably going to be quite competitive with the price here for this to shift. For people like me who's trying to collect all the appearances of the bits and pieces. But yeah, so far that's the first blue I've picked up on this run, which is a zone specific blue. Unfortunately, it's one of the ones I've got already, but there we go. Beggars can't be choosers. So let's carry on. Okay, that is a very good drop. This is effectively the penultimate run on this dungeon, and I get a blue which I need off the loot deck, which is absolutely fantastic. So it is the Boneslasher, which is brilliant. It is got a region market value average of 134,000, just under 135,000. Currently on my auction house, Silvermoon for 36,500. But that's completely irrelevant. This is an item which I need, so absolutely brilliant. Which means there's only one left, which is the Manslayer, which if I manage to pick up on this run, which will be astronomical. But this is the most expensive item I picked up so far on this dungeon run, and is awesome. Another one off the loot deck.